Let's get into some of the headlines this morning. The first one is Tottenham in talks with Dennis Zakaria. This is coming from a few different publications. The first one, CF Bayern last night was talking about it, and he says Tottenham are in talks with Dennis Zakaria alongside Everton and Arsenal and a couple of Italian clubs too. Where else was it said last night on Dennis Zakaria?
That was Bild, who want them. They're not the most reliable Bild. But
yeah, Bild out in Germany were talking about it. CF Bayern, and there was one other I think that was talking about it that I can't see right now. But in terms of a signing, if he could, we spoke about it last night in the Tottenham update. But if he could replace Moussa Sissoko, would that be a step in the right direction for you?
It would, but if it limits Skipp, then I don't know if it's the best course of action. I'd rather give Skipp minutes than sign Zakaria for 40 million if it's a choice between the two. Like with the players we have now, I guess you could see Højbjerg and Skipp as like a rotation thing. You could see Lo Celso and Ndombele as a rotation thing, and then you got maybe Winks plus one other. So if he's in the rotation with Winks on for that third spot, if we've got midfield three of Zakaria, let's say Lo Celso and Højbjerg as a three, that's pretty solid. But I also could think Skipp could be play that role which Zakaria is playing. I think he covers a lot of ground. I think he's a better passer than Zakaria. Zakaria is probably a better dribbler. He's probably a bit more physical. His passing is not the best, but it's not horrendous. But it's not. I think Skipp's is better. He's got a better passing range. So there's a bit of give and take. But I just think, would I rather give Skipp more minutes or more games or sign Zakaria for 40 million and a bit of squad depth? I don't know. I think I'd rather give Skipp more games.
Do you think? Yeah, I agree with that. Do you think Zakaria is a bit overrated at the moment, because he's had a name as like an up and coming prospect for a number of years. The guy's 24 years of age, and Xhaka, he can't overplace Xhaka in the Swiss team.
Yeah, well, he's Swiss captain, isn't he, Xhaka? So. Yeah, he didn't really get involved too much in the Euros. Zakaria, he's had a great time at Gladbach. I don't want to begrudge him that. He has had a good season as well. I just feel like I think he's an upgrade on Sissoko, but is he someone to take our squad to the next level? Like, I think Bissouma's a much better player than him.
Bissouma, Kessie.
Kessie's a much better player than him.
There are many players out there who I prefer to sign over Zakaria.
Yeah. I don't think he would be a bad signing. I just think I think there are better options, and I also think that right now Oliver Skipp in the squad. Like, if you're saying bring in Bissouma for 40 million, I would say, okay, I'd rather Oliver Skipp's battling Bissouma because Bissouma's that great, I believe. But with Zakaria, I think if we're giving up minutes to Skipp for Zakaria, I don't think that's the smartest choice.
What about Anguissa from Fulham compared to Zakaria? Where would you rate him?
I think Anguissa's a different type. I think Anguissa is a bit more like Ndombele in a sense that he's not that strong defensively, but he's extremely strong dribbling ability and that kind of stuff. And he's got a better passing range. So I think Anguissa's a different type of player. He's a bit more of a I wouldn't say attacking, but he's a bit more of a possession, creative kind of midfielder than a deep line playmaker than Zakaria, who's more of a box to box kind of.
What about Renato Sanchez?
Yeah, I think Renato's much better.
Renato Sanchez, sure, wouldn't he not go for similar money than that, 40 million?
Probably. Yeah, I much prefer Renato Sanchez right now than Zakaria.
Yeah, I completely agree. And when you saw the two players at the Euros, it was night and day between the two players, because for me, Renato Sanchez won the players of the Euros. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. We did that one to watch video. You put Zakaria in your one to watch for Switzerland, and I took a close watch on him because of that. And
although I remember
he hardly started, didn't he? In the
there
Euros?
was one game I can't remember. I think it might have been against Wales. I can't remember where again where he came on and he actually played really well.
That was their first game, I think it was.
Maybe it was that game, but I can't remember.
It was their first game. He came on for the last 20 minutes and looked good.
And he was good.
But after that, he didn't. Yeah, after that though, he didn't really perform for the rest of the Euros.
Nathan Walker says Zakaria is 20 million, not 40 million. Well, if it was 20 million, then it's not I think, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm right in saying, is he in his last year of his contract? Zakaria.
While you're searching that, I'm going to go through Dark Sun G21 super chat, and he says, I hope for 2 to 3 players, a right winger, a centre mid, a right back, and a centre back. 3 out of these 4, he's saying.
Yeah, he's got 1 year left.
Okay.
So maybe that makes him cheaper. Yeah, 40 million doesn't make sense for one player with 1 year left. Look, if he's available for a good price, and
even 20 million with 1 year left could be a bit expensive for him.
All 20 million euros. So that's like 15 million.
Yeah, true.
I guess, look, Zakaria at 24 years of age, for that kind of price, I think it's probably worth taking a punt on him. If he's available. If we're not going to... If it's between a choice between Zakaria for 50 million and then or not getting anyone else, probably worth getting him in.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Let me just finish reading off this super chat. Dark Sun G says he's hoping for 2 to 3 players. 3 out of these 4 positions, right wing, centre mid, right back and centre back. Hopefully get 2 transfers in the winter as well. And I hope to see White, Scarlett, Devine and Sessegnon this season. I mean, I can't see us seeing
Devine
White and Devine much this season.
Yeah, Ben White I think will probably get another loan spell. Devine...
Harvey White, you mean?
Sorry, Ben White, yeah. Harvey White, sorry. He'll probably get another loan spell after his one at Portsmouth last year. I don't think he's going to be involved around the first team. In terms of Devine, he might be too young to get a loan spell. How old is he? 16? He's younger than Scarlett, I think.
I think he's 17 now, yeah.
Maybe 17. So I think he's very, very young right now. So whether he's ready to get a loan spell.
He's already had a goal for us.
He has. Great goal against... who did he play like? Marine.
Yeah.
Great goal against Marine.
He literally just turned 17 last week.
So
he's born in 2004.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And he's playing for Tottenham Hotspur.
Spider there. What's going on? Spider attached to me. Ugh.
That's going to be on We Are Tottenham memes later. 100%.
Looking forward to that. I don't like spiders. I do not like spiders. At least it was a small one. Bloody hell.